Alright, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Um, Here's an article, okay, about says basically about this whole ongoing thing with India and Pakistan, okay, and them saying there's a possibility it could lead to nuclear Armageddon. Says nuclear Armageddon versus V newfound equilibrium versus newfound equilibrium. How far can current Indo-Pakistani confrontation go? It says the reignited tensions between India and Pakistan were accompanied by air combat and cross-border shelling, and there is divided opinion on whether the spark can trigger a full-fledged war. RT has learned. There remains the risk that the tensions between two bitter rivals will result in the worst case scenario, Sultan Mahmud Ali, a retired group commander of the Pakistan Air Force, told RT. He says, if pushed against the wall, Pakistan will be forced to retaliate with nuclear weapons, which could, of course, lead to very serious destruction in the region, he said. Unfortunately, once you have this kind of weapons on both sides, and if there is a desperate situation, then a desperate situation will lead to desperate measures. On Wednesday, India said it shot down a Pakistani fighter aircraft and lost its own jet while fending off an attack on its military installations. Islamabad claimed it downed two Indian aircraft and denied losing any of its jets. All right. So this right here, all right, these are all part of the wars and rumors of wars that the Lord prophesied of. Okay. And it's only the beginning. Okay. Wait till you know what I mean. The missiles start flying from the big dogs. All right. When Iran and Russia and China and the U.S. and Israel and all of them get up in there, all right. It says the flare up, accompanied by reporters of cross-border mortar fire, happened a day after India sent a dozen jet fighters to bomb what it claimed were terrorist camps in Pakistani soil. We don't want this to escalate to mutually assured destruction, which that's what they always say. Oh, if anybody starts nuclear shooting nuclear missiles, it's gonna end in mad mutually assured destruction. That's not true, because the scriptures prophesy of World War III. America's going to be hit with 200 million nuclear missiles, but the earth is still going to be the way it is. It doesn't mean everything is going to be destroyed. Certain places of the earth will be destroyed, like America is going to be totally annihilated. Okay? But not the whole earth. The whole earth is still the earth itself is going to remain. The scriptures say the earth abideth forever. Okay? It says Hali said while admitting that his nation would be at a disadvantage in an all-out fight. India is the superior power. Its armed forces are 3 times the size of Pakistan's. Its economy is much broader. It can sustain a lot of hits, the Air Force veteran said. Pakistan, being the weaker country, will be on the receiving end. Agreeing with the last point, the former Foreign Secretary of India, Kanwal Saibal, noted that Pakistan is in no position to have an all-out war unless it wants self-destruction. The Muslim majority country is in the midst of a terrible financial crisis, seeking assistance from the World Bank, the ex-diplomat said. But most of the time, certain wars, they end up escalating into much worse situations. All right, because sometimes it won't start with a major country. All right, but it might start with a country that's allies with a major country. All right, which then is like a vortex that sucks in that country. Okay, because this third world war is gonna be with all of these major nations. All right, and their weapons, man. Like the scripture says, it's not gonna be fought with swords. It's gonna be fought with fuel and burning of fire. Okay, it says he added that the U.S. and Pakistan's longtime ally in the region, China called on the parties to maintain restraint, but the nation disregarded that. Speaking to RT, Harsh V. Pant, professor of international relations at King's College London, noted that the politicians in New Delhi and Islamabad are not so suicidal to push a conflict to a nuclear level. Okay, I don't think it is in the interest of both sides to take it beyond a certain point, given that both are nuclear weapon states. After the initial bout of instability, we will find equilibrium, you know, which really you gotta understand, man, that these are all this information is important because it's showing you the condition that the world is in. It's showing you the mindset that these countries are in. Okay, we're not living in a time of peace right now. We're living in a time of war. That's why tensions are at an all-time high. Damn near all these countries have nuclear weapons now. You know, so it says Professor Pant said that India was cognizant of the risks when conducting Tuesday's air raid over its neighbor's territory. Pakistani-based jihadist group Jaish-e-Mohammed has stepped up attacks across the border in recent years, including a convoy bombing 2 weeks ago, which killed 44 Indian police officers. The feeling in India Salakia, the feeling in India after being struck every single year and month with terrorism is enough, he said. India has now put up ball squarely in Pakistan's court, or has put the ball squarely in Pakistan's court. The government in New Delhi justified the airstrikes on Pakistan's territory by claiming that Islamabad doesn't do anything to combat terrorists. Addressing India's concern, Sultan Mahmud Ali said New Delhi should share actionable intelligence on the terrorist groups with Pakistan. It says our Prime Minister Imran Khan has assured we would take definite action. He told RT. Okay, but let me get this quick precept real quick. This is Mark chapter 13 verse 7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. Okay, so when we see these things, we know that this is all part of prophecy. All right, that things are moving, man. Prophecies are hitting because this is a part of the prophecy. Wars and rumors of wars. Okay. Oh, this could lead to nuclear war. This could lead to an all-out war. You know, these countries are going at it. This is happening here. What's going on in Venezuela? All these are part of prophecy. But the reason it says, but the end is not shall not be yet, is because, like it says, you still have to have race wars. You still have to have the chip. All right, the martial law, Jacob's trouble. Okay, but the RFID microchip has to be pushed on a wide scale and made mandatory. Okay, that's a big prophecy that also has to happen before that ultimate World War III. Okay, um, so I'll end it with this. All right, because there's an order to these prophecies. All right, because that World War III is going to be the end all be all. Okay, and the entrance of Yahweh Shai. So it says, this is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Yeah, because in the ancient days when they went to war, all you would hear is noises of horses, people yelling. That's a confused noise. Charge! Ah, yo! Oh, damn! Yo, I just got stabbed. Just all the swords clashing, armor hitting each other. You know, it says, and garments rolled in blood, because that's what happened. They wore garments back then, and they mainly fought with whether it's bayonets or swords or whatever it may be, all right, on horseback or whatever. But it was a lot of blood. It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Why? Because they're not doing the old style of fighting, man. This war is gonna be with nuclear weapons, and once they hit, what do? They burn. Okay. So that's talking about that ultimate war, the war of Armageddon. Okay, which we're right at the door of that. Okay, man, this place is finished. Okay, so hey, just keep an eye out for these prophecies because they're definitely hidden. Okay, and as prophets, it's our job to warn the sheep. All right, to give the warning. Okay, but Lord, this is informative and edifying to the elect. Once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Shai and Shalom.